A lot of guys complain that in the black community, women typically go for the Pookie and Ray Ray archetypes. In other words, it doesn't pay to be a good, hard working black man that's steadfast, communicates well, all the likes. You know, you've heard this stuff, having good qualities, because you're consistently overlooked by irresponsible black men who goes out there and and procreates in the black community while you are working hard, paying bills, trying to provide, and yet you're getting treated like shit by the same women who are out here, treating this other guy who's nothing like everything. Now, there's a particular rapper. He has 14 kids by 14 different women, and I want to play the soundbite of this, and I want to talk about how men like him are procreating a lot, but also when we see in the black community, guys who are working hard doing the right things, they may have a hard time even getting intimacy from the woman that they love. Let's get into the video.
Who wrong here, him
kids.
or the women?
I think you had 10 last time he was on here.
14 plus.
14 plus?
Yeah.
I take you ain't done, is you?
That's half good. All right.
Hey, look. I'm gonna be real. You wanna be real?
Come on, be real with us.
Nah, I ain't done. I ain't done. I told you I print this shit, so it's really about, as long as you take care of it, it's all good. So that don't even matter, you feel me? I got the mamas and the babies, you feel me? So all of them got different babies. All of them got different baby mamas. I got all of them too, you feel me? I'm on some boss shit, you feel me? I told you I'm printing this shit, for real.
That's a lot of mouths to feed, bro.
I ain't tripping, I'm printing this shit.
Yeah.
So he says, I'm on some power-ish. Now, I want to say this. I don't know, if any of the women in the back are his baby mamas, but it seems like, to me, the young ladies that are, there think that this is okay and this is fine. And here's the problem I think a lot of black men have. These are the kind of women that are, dealing with a guy like this that you probably would not be interested in the first place. Any woman that's going to sleep and procreate with a man that has many kids and you're okay with it, just like, why would you even want them? And that's the argument a lot of times I hear in the black male conversations. Well, they give these pookies everything but won't do anything for the black man. And it's like, well, that woman right there, something's wrong with her. You wouldn't want her anyway, because all she's gonna do is destroy your life. Like, she's about to destroy her own life, dealing with somebody like that. So I think that those women who are not really that great should be excluded from the discussion. Although I do see the concern. This guy has 14 kids by 14 different women, and it's obviously there's something about him that they like. Don't know what it is, and then the normal black guy out there is struggling. So I do get it, but typically, this is not the kind of woman or women who like these guys that you even want around you in any kind of community. Let's go to the next video. So now, going into the next video, here we have Sansaray, and just like the guy who had 14 kids by 14 different women, those women will pick a baby daddy like that and then turn around and complain about it. So they'll turn some of them, a guy that's decent, want to be with him, to be a baby mama to a guy like that, and complain about them and then have no accountability, like we're about to see in this clip.
People be like, you shouldn't post negative things about your baby daddy. You should forgive him. Forgiveness is for you. Listen, I'd rather clap my fat ass cankles together before I refuse to let the sound of my feet hitting the pavement linger in this small maggot of a person's mind after he cheated on me with his ex-wife, but then told everyone on social media that I was his mistress. Oh, you damn right I'm going to keep speaking the truth about him, and every time I speak about him, that's the sound of my feet hitting the pavement. He should be lucky that was all I did. After 5 whole years of this bullshit, gave you all of me and you played with it. Ooh, It wasn't 5 years, it was 5 months of bullshit, but that's not the point. The point is, we have a son now, and my biggest problem with him isn't that he cheated on me with that dumb ass woman. The problem is he's not taking care of his son. That's it. Okay. But yeah, I'm still going to speak the truth about him. And I don't care what everybody else thinks. If you don't like it, scroll to the next video. If you love it, watch the shit on repeat.
So now, here's the issue that I'm going to have, right? Now, let's kind of make the video come together. Here's a lady that had a lot of opportunity. I remember when she was really, not saying popular on YouTube, but more popular on YouTube. You had dudes that was really trying to talk to her, you know what I mean? You can't tell me she didn't have a lot of opportunities to date guys. But who did she pick? She picked a guy that was already married and then didn't want to claim you, didn't want to take care of your kids, but you're mad at him when you should be mad at the decision. Just like the chicks that's having 14 kids by that dude in Memphis, they're going to do the same thing. What about the other guys that you could have chose? Again, I do not recommend dating women like this at all. I feel like your quality of life will be lower because of the environment that they come from. But I know that some guys will still deal with them or smash, but I wouldn't recommend it because, like I said, of the environments that they come from. But however, this particular lady had the opportunity to deal with a decent man, and they just couldn't recognize it, didn't understand it. They couldn't see the signs and all of that based on bad environments, and now they're blaming somebody else. But now what I want to talk about now is the treatment that a lot of guys go through who are hardworking, who do things every day. And here's some of the issues they go through, most notably, sexless relationships. Let's get into this video.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but stop having that man beg you to be intimate with you. Like, seriously.
She's right, though. Like, men shouldn't have to beg their women for intimacy. When you constantly shut your man down or you're hyping him up through the day while he's at work, I actually made a video about that if you want to go check it out. But if you're constantly hyping him up and shutting him down, you are training him to no longer be attracted to you. And you wonder why men cheat. You wonder why they seek attention from other women, why they have that one chick friend who you think something might be going on. It's because you're not giving him what he needs. Like, initiate. Dudes love it when their woman initiates. Like, I am constantly all over my man. Sometimes he has to tell me to chill. I want to constantly touch him and feel him. There's mountains and valleys, and he has this chest thing that's just... That man is delectable. Just show your man you want him, that you crave him, bro. Just...
So, you see, this is why some brothers are dealing with other races of women, right? For these certain things. Now, imagine the first guy with, 14 kids, 14 women. He not even being responsible, I probably would think. He's taking care of the kids. How he's taking care of them, I don't know, right? I don't know the brother, so I don't know. But I would guess, he can't spend enough time with them because he got 14 kids by 14 different women, right? So he created 14 different baby mamas. Now imagine you're the guy. You're waking up every day. You have a business. You're working 12-hour shifts, 13-hour shifts. You're doing everything you can to take care of a woman. And then a woman has an audacity where you can't even be intimate with her. And you're paying all the bills. And you're being unappreciated. You're not being appreciated as a man. How in the fuck do you feel? You would feel very, very terrible, right? And a lot of black men go through that, which is why they deal with other races of women, because sometimes they feel like these women may be, I'm not saying all the time, more appreciative to what he needs versus the Pookie and the Red who's just still smashing everything and he ain't got to do nothing, right? Imagine you're doing everything and receiving nothing from a woman. Some guy's not doing nothing and getting everything. Even though I would say that's a lower quality of female, but the end results for some guys is still the truth. Let's go to the next video. So in this video, here's a brother who works really hard. I don't know if this is true or a skit, but it seems like it might be true. And he's come home from work, and this is the attitude his wife has given him. Let's go.
So you mean to tell me I just pulled a 13-hour shift and I ain't got no food to come home to? Huh?
Why you didn't get something on your way home? Why you always recording for your raggedy cousins?
Look, I just pulled a 13-hour shift. You being my wife, I pay all the bills in here.
All the dishes clean, your clothes clean. Why? What?
You don't fix me no lunch for my job. You eating? You work from home.
Okay,
I can't come home to a full course
this
meal.
is leftover that I had from last night.
So, okay. This particular brother can't even get a meal. He paying the rent, paying the mortgage, whatever, right? So imagine you're the guy, signing up for a long-term marriage and getting what you would consider diminishing returns. Economics phrase. While the first guy, Mr. Pookie, has 14 kids by 14 different women, and he's getting the smash all the time. You would kind of think about it like, I might as well be that guy, right? Because I'm not getting nothing from doing this. That's how the guy feels. But let's go to Danica Marie to close out the video because she's going to express this in a great way. Let's go.
Why is it that when it comes to the men that are not in the streets, men that are focused on their future, their finances, men that are ambitious and studious with their heads in a book, why is it that so many women will pass those guys up and say that they are lame or boring? I mean, aren't those type of men the type of men that we need? The men that so many women will pass up and call lame or boring or nerdy or geeky are the same type of men that can bring our lives so much balance, so much security, so much stability, and so much peace. I personally find it flat out irresponsible, selfish, and inconsiderate to put the responsible men on hold until after you have ruined your life or completely fell off by wasting all of your time on those guys that had no ambition, no vision, or no direction for himself or anybody else around him. And for the record, just because a man is not into the whole rowdy, dysfunctional lifestyle does not make him any less masculine, any less exciting, any less able to blow your back out, or any less of the ideal man to be with. If anything, it's those women that pass up those responsible, focused, ambitious, well-to-do guys up that end up having the most boring, lame, undesirable, less than ideal life with those same broke down, aimless, drifting bad boys that they thought were more exciting.
Shout out to Brother Mark Cruz for all the content today here on TikTok. Maybe we can go ahead and put his TikTok up there. You can go follow our brother because he gave me these videos, right, most of them. And she sums up the video. Sansaray, the other young women, 14 women getting pregnant by that man, okay? These women think these guys are exciting, but they're not dealing with a guy who is hardworking. They're not dealing with a guy who's faithful. And when they get with the guy, oh, he's too boring, and they don't know how to treat him. That's a problem in the black community. But then when you go deal with the guys you want, you come back and you're complaining about him because the guy that you want don't have those characteristics. And this is why a lot of times you see a lot of brothers that come out of the African American community, they will go. If they're gonna stay in the black world, they'll go get them an African woman, Caribbean woman, where it's more respected, or they'll go to the other communities, other races, and get a woman. And that is because a lot of sisters like to have some excitement, vibes. They're not looking at what the guy does every day. They're not looking if he's investing in himself. They're not looking if what his long-term plans are. What is his actionable items? You're not looking at that. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of Fair Use.